Hello everyone, PS here. Time for something different. Are we going to get about what's left today? Who knows? I am not an expert, just a vicious monster, here to give my thoughts, opinions, and a boost on your face. Time for the book club. What book club? The comic book, graphic novel, the manga book club. I call it Having a Comical Time. This is a book I wanted to do last Sunday. I could have made just a community post. I wish I kind of did that for the anniversary of Stan Lee dying. Yes, November the 12th, 2018, 5 years ago, Stan Lee died. A legend. There's a reason they call him Stan the Man Lee. And the book I want to cover is I Am Stan, the biography of Stan Lee. So what the hell is this book all about? This basically just goes through the life of time of Stan Lee. It goes through his childhood, goes a little bit into his high school, his time, working for the Roosevelts. And then we get to him, working for Marvel Comics. It's a very fascinating book. I wanted to do it last Sunday, but I did not want to DNF it. Do not finish. And it was a little slow. The lettering wasn't the greatest, but still it was just a very fascinating topic to read. So it did keep my attention in that regard. I found it very interesting that Stan Lee was an avid reader when he was a kid. He read at the dinner table. It kind of reminds me of Bill Powell and me to a certain extent. I was able to read at a second grade level. I was able to read due to the computer games I loved as a kid. My favorite was Green Eggs and Ham. It'd be cool to maybe stream old school video games, but hey, I could figure that out another time. I think I want to talk about the art first before I talk about the writing, because I feel the art kind of goes into it. It feels very light, very airy. It's kind of like a sun kind of a feel to it. It feels light and airy, but very clean. And I have a feeling the writing kind of reflects that, even though Stan didn't give Tom Scully, the writer and the publisher, Ted, books. They didn't get his permission. They did without it, so they were able to tell the story that they wanted to tell. They didn't have to, paint Stan Lee as a hero or a villain. They just painted him as a person, and I love that. I kind of do Stan Lee a little bit because he had macro deterioration in his eyesight. And as someone who is a blind individual, I found it to be a positive influence on the blind community. Even though he didn't say he was blind, it's just a blind person can tell he's blind because of the glasses he wore. He didn't want to, scare people with his eyes, maybe being closed or something like that. In the book, they do talk a little bit about his vision. They talk about when he's trying to animate something without looking. I found it kind of funny. I liked also another funny moment was when he was talking about in high school, like what he wanted to do. He said he wanted to be a lawyer, so maybe that's how he got a little bit of the inspiration for Daredevil. And the inspiration for Spider-Man is like, watch out, here comes the amazing Thimble. I know Stan doesn't have the greatest reputation. I know people don't like that he screwed over Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko, and other artists. They did not like, him selling, the rights to Spider-Man, the Hulk to different movie studios. They should have kept it with Marvel. I have a feeling Stan is just a person. We can, give a side eye to his mistakes. But, we all make mistakes, and maybe we should give people a little bit of, a chance, say, hey, maybe there was a reason why Stan did that. I think Stan did that because Marvel in the 90s was going bankrupt and Marvel needed the money to stay afloat. And you don't have to agree with him, but just try to respect him. And I do respect Stan because he always had a positive outlook on life, and I try to maybe do that. I may not be the best, but hey, I try. Yeah. Rest in peace, Stanley. And to Marvel Studios and Comics Excelsior. Tell me in the comments, did you like it? Did you not like it? How do you feel about Stan Lee? Do you think he's a good person or a bad person? Let me know in the comment section down below. Listen, everyone, it's time to say goodbye. Jam like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching. Always stay classy.